Welcome to All Things Possible TV. I'm Kris Barney, and I'm glad to have you here with me. And today I get to teach you the sixth trait. There have been 6 traits for a long time, and we just recently decided that there was one missing. And we have this bonus trait for you that we're going to be teaching you soon. But today it's about the 6th trait. And our 6th trait is seek for good. And you will find ultimate joy. As we seek for good things in our life, we do find joy. We find true happiness and that ultimate joy that you feel deep in your heart. And as you have learned over the last several weeks, or maybe you've watched all the episodes in one day, but over time you have been learning all the different pieces of this puzzle that we put together of traits that are character traits for you that can change your life. And as you live these, you will feel the change come upon you. You will feel different. You'll feel lighter. You'll feel happier. You will have more abundance. So let's jump in today and get started. The very first thing that I want to talk about is when we talk about seek for good, there are many, many ways for you to get involved in seeking for good. If you will just look around your neighborhood, your church, your organization, your community, your work, find things to support. Find different things to get involved in, different associations that are doing good. Some of these, for me, I've talked to you a lot about different things that we do as a family. We've done Sup for Santa. We did a big thing for Road Home, which is here in Utah, is a homeless shelter for all those people that were not able to have a home. And this winter we went through and we did a big project as a family, and rather than Christmas presents, we gave to them. Another one that we did that I don't even remember if I told you about or not was we did a big, huge fundraiser, not a fundraiser, a big, huge event for the Hope Kids. And that's a bunch of kids that have gotten chosen. It's like Make-A-Wish, only they should be able to survive their illness. And so it's a way for their families, the siblings, the parents, everybody to have a break and get to go do something really fun. And we put on a huge carnival. And there were some couples of us that got together to do this. Constantly in my life, I love to do service. And that is key in this trait, is seek for good. Find those things that are close to you, dear to your heart. Find places where you can serve. You can serve on committees. You can help create these wonderful activities for people to be able to attend. You might just, make some phone calls. There's many, many ways to seek for good. And I want you to just embrace it and just totally take it on, because seeking for good is priceless when you start to get the returns. What we put out in this world, we get back. And when we get it back, it's multiplied. So if we put out complaining and sad and lonely and upset, what do we get back? Exactly. More of what we just gave out and multiplied, right? So in my hands, I have a picture. This is a sweet, sweet girl. We as a family, 12 years ago, embraced, maybe even 13 now, embraced a project in Ethiopia for the girls in Ethiopia. The girls in Ethiopia are considered less privileged. If a family has a boy, they pay for the boy to go to school. If it's a girl, they don't. Or if there's not enough money, the girls are the first ones to stay home. Years and years and years ago, we decided that that wasn't okay with us. So we became a sponsor. So this is an easy way to seek for good. I send a check and it's handled. That's really all I have to do. Sometimes I send cards, sometimes I send a Christmas package, but it doesn't have to be any more than just the support. I pay a set amount that pays for all of her education, her school clothes, and her school supplies. And I get Christmas cards and cards throughout the year and a few things back thanking me. And I get to see her English improve. I get to see her handwriting improve. We've been doing this for a lot of years. This is not our first girl. We have been sponsoring a girl since, I believe, 2000, 2001. So 13 years. It's been a long time. The reason I tell you about this, that's just something we do, is because there are all kinds of things out there. You just have to seek for it. You have to find it. You need to look, because if you will open your mind, open your heart, and open your eyes, you will find what you're searching for in a way that you can make a difference. You don't have to pay a big amount. This is relatively small. It's under $500. It's not that huge, but that's big for some people. If that's big for you, find somewhere where you can do $20 a month for cancer. Or find something that you can do that you can go do service. There are people that will volunteer. I've volunteered before and gone up to the children's hospital and read to patients. There's all kinds of things that you can do. It doesn't have to cost money. A lot of the things I do now cost money because I'm in a position where I can help. And the way I see it is the more abundance I get, the more I get to give out. Because it's a constant flow. It comes in and goes out. It comes in and goes out. And then it will keep coming in and go out, in and out. What you need to learn is that if you just do it once and then wait for a benefit to come back, you'll be waiting a long time because you did it for the wrong reason. That's not the way we do this. We do it because we want to. It's the goodness in our heart. We're seeking for good, making a difference in this world, and allowing others to have opportunities that they wouldn't have. We are so blessed in our lives that there's so many things that we can do, and we just need to be willing to share. Seek for good is about sharing, making a difference. Marianne Williamson is one of my favorite people, and this quote that I have right here that I want to read to you is from her. You must learn a new way to think before you can master a new way to be. That is so true. You have to get your mind around thinking about, I'm seeking for good. When you have those thoughts come in of complaints or grumbling or like, why am I doing this, or why did I give this away, right? Those thoughts come in, push them away, because you must learn a new way to think. You need to think differently. The more you can think differently, the more abundance you're going to get. And, you know, I have clients that come and they'll be like, nothing changes. And I, a lot of times, will tape a box on the floor and be like, okay, so you're in your box. And as long as you want to be in your box, you can stay. In fact, I did a recording that we're going to have as one of our episodes where I explained this in great detail. But the more we allow ourselves to stay in our box, the more stuck we get. It's when we get outside of our box or outside of our comfort zone that the magic really happens. It really changes us. And it allows us to be molded and put in the path of those that are ready, that are seeking for what you have. So when I say seek for good, you will find ultimate joy. That's what I find. When we deliver Christmas, that is ultimate joy. Watching people's faces and they have no clue who you are, that is joy. When I can know I get a card back from this sweet girl, and I'm not going to tell you her name because that would be exploiting her, and I'm not doing that. But I have pictures all over my freezer from her for many years. Every picture is on my freezer. And every time I get a card or a note, I keep that because that gives me ultimate joy to know that she's getting an education. She's able to go to school. It's fun to send a package and it's new shoes and some new school supplies, especially since all my kids are out of school now. So it's fun to be able to give back to someone else. A couple of things that I want you to think about is that it doesn't have to be monetary things, right? When we seek for good, it can just be smiling as you're walking down that aisle at the grocery store, or as you're walking into a store. Smile, say hello. People need that as much as you need it. They're going to give it back, and then you get it too. There's your abundance right there. That give and receive cycle that I just was talking about. Yeah. Smile. Give a meaningful compliment. Something that you honestly feel. I like your jewelry, or, God, your hair is just so nice. You know, some days you go, okay, I'm having the worst hair day ever, and you walk in somewhere and they're just like, oh my gosh, I love how you've done your hair today. Okay, if you know it was your worst hair day and you know they're lying to you, does it help? No. So make this meaningful. Make it be something that is genuine, is meaningful, and will lift them. Because if they're lifted, you're lifted. The one thing that I teach a lot in a lot of my events is that as we raise the water, all ships raise. It raises everyone. As we raise the energy everywhere we go, it raises everyone else. So as we go forth, knowing the 6 traits, knowing how to do it, knowing how to make a difference, it does really good for us to just move everybody forward, everybody up, and it raises all ships. So everyone is raised. Another thing you can do is just small acts of kindness. Today I got my phone out, and it's close to Valentine's Day, and for me, it was, I want to thank all these people. I want to show gratitude. And so I texted this big mass text to about 30 people and said, I need your mailing address. We live in a time when we don't send snail mail. And so nobody really has to have your address most of the time. They want your email and your phone. Well, I texted this whole big list of people, and it was 25 or 30 people. I got several back that said, what? Why? And they didn't send their address yet. They will, but it's about sending gratitude. It's about that simple kindness. Send a note. Send a small gift. Just acknowledge them for what they've done in your life, how they've changed your circumstances, what they're doing in the community. You know, one of them was to our local mayor. I don't even know the local mayor very well. Not even on a personal level, just I know who he is. But I thanked him for his hours of service, for the opportunity that he is giving us, because I'm not down there doing it. Okay, I have a private association where I live. I sent a thank you note to the treasurer, who spends a lot of her day sending out water bills and all the other things that come along with it. Think about the people that serve you all the time. I left a little note one day on my energy, the power box. The person that comes to read the meter only does it every other month at my house. But I left a little bag with treats and said, thanks for reading my meter. I love that you do such a good job of it. It doesn't have to be a big deal. The bag came up missing. I'm sure this person got it. I did the same thing with our mail lady, our postal worker. She is fantastic, and I do know her. But in my box, I left, after I'd opened it and got my mail, I left a little treat. Left a little Valentine for her and just said, hey, happy Valentine's. I appreciate all you do. I appreciate the days you bring me checks and the days you bring me junk mail. And it's just fun. Find a fun way to acknowledge others and to share kindness. Another one is that what you seek, you will find. So if you are all about seeking for, you know, the desperate, depressed, deprived people, that's what you're going to find. If you're about raising those people up and allowing them to have the goodness of the world that's all around us, you're going to find what you need to find. The more good you seek, the more people that you assist, the happier your life is, the more ultimate joy you feel. In your heart, in your life, things work. I had the opportunity there not too long ago to speak in front of a group. And as I did, I got done. And I started to walk to my seat. Before I even made it all the way off the stage and around the room, someone ran to talk to me. And sometimes that's a little scary when people rush you off the stage. But this particular person was so moved by something I had said And it had made such an impact on her that she wanted to make sure she got a chance to speak to me about it. And she shared some kindness. She shared how much it had changed her, how she felt, and also how deeply she felt it. And it was great. And all it took was her getting out of her seat and running over to where she knew I was coming from. There are ways to do this. You don't have to make this hard. As you start doing these things in your life on a regular basis, and you start looking outside of yourself and looking at others and taking their life into your thoughts and what you could do, it starts to become second nature. You will find me doing things all the time. People are like, do you ever say no? Well, most of the time I'm the instigator. And so, no, I don't say no to some of those things. I know how powerful it is. I know that I want to make a difference. I know that when there's people out on the street in the dead of winter and all this snow and this extreme cold temperatures that we've had this year, that they're going to die. They're going to be cold. So yeah, I did have to come up with a way to do this because that made me feel better and it gave me ultimate joy. So seek for the good. Sometimes when we say seek for the good, we always think religion, and that we are going to touch on in a minute. I guess seek for the good means the good book. We're going to talk about that in a minute, but first I want you to think about how you can help your fellow man. And just remember that love is manifest through how we serve. The love we have in our heart is how we serve and how we do for others and how we make a difference. And to really get the whole gist of this, we have to seek for the good things so we can continue to spread it. It's amazing when it starts just coming to you and thoughts come really fast. People are like, how do you think of these things? And I'm like, they flood my mind all the time because it's what I do and it's what I love. I live for doing fun things, secretive things. And I love to do little notes and little thank yous and really show appreciation. I know my family at times doesn't get them enough because I'm so busy doing them for other people that sometimes I forget to do those same things for my own family. But that's a place to start. Start with your family. Seek to find good in your fellow man. When you start looking around to find the good, you'll find it. You know, we used to listen to the news quite a bit on TV, and we used to watch it at 10 o'clock before we went to bed. And what we found was it was telling us all the bad stuff, right? Telling us all of the bad accidents, the fires, and all this stuff that was going on, all these, you know, murders and things that were really difficult and things I didn't want to hear. And not that I don't want to be informed, but it just did not end my day the way I wanted it to be ended. And we decided to do away with TV and just do Netflix and stuff. And we live out in the country, so it's not like normal channels just show up. You have to have dish or cable, and I just decided not to. And you know what? I don't miss it. I absolutely don't miss it. Once in a while, I have to look for the news, and I'll have to see some things because I do need to be current on events, right? But I don't have to see every day that it's going to be bad weather or it's going to be, you know, who was hurt, who shot the police officer. Like, those things break my heart. And we watch what we say. So they don't break my heart. They make me feel sad. And I don't want to do that. So find what works for you. It totally worked for me to shut off the TV and not even go there. It saved time, it saved money, and it was fantastic for us to do that. And I know that sounds crazy. Even right now somebody said, but the Olympics are on. You got to watch the Winter Olympics. You know what? I know where to find the Winter Olympics online if I want to watch them. So seek for good. Seek those things. The thing I want to touch on before we go to seeking for good with your higher power is scouting. The Boy Scouts of America have a motto: do a good turn daily. Now, if even the boys that are starting to learn this at 11, actually at 8 they get to be in the Cub Scouts. If they're doing a good turn daily and they're helping others, they're doing service for people, can't we do it too? Can't we take on that motto? Can't we make that change? Yes, we can. And it can be amazing. in our lives all the time. Seek for good for me is seeking my higher power. For me, that's God. Whatever that is for you. Maybe it's the universe. Maybe it's, energy. Maybe it's religion. Maybe it's just your spirituality. But you need to seek for that, because that is good. Seek for that ultimate power, that guidance, that direction. Find that channel that works for you. For me, I channel from up above, and it comes down in me and fills me with light and brilliance and gives me energy and the belief that I can continue to do what I'm doing. It gives me strength and power. And when I seek for those things and I read the good book or I read good things, they give me power within myself. They inspire me, they strengthen me, and they allow me to believe in me and to be able to go make a difference for others. I love to go make differences for others. I love to challenge people and to allow them to move forward. I love to watch the process. In fact, I had a gentleman that was working with me this last week, and he just does not know how to quite get in touch with a few things, and it was amazing to watch the difference in him a couple hours later. And he was just like, oh my goodness, I have never felt like this. And that is what fills my cup. When we seek to do good and we seek to serve and do good things for other people, it comes back. And I know you've heard me say that before, but it does. It's not going to come back with a little nice note. It's not going to be a fortune cookie that you open up and it's like, oh, you helped me do this, so now you get that. You're going to have to watch. In fact, when you seek for good, you also get to watch as the good is given back. And it's given back multiplied. When you have a strong connection to that ultimate power, that God, that whatever you call that higher power, that ultimate source, that power of the universe, whatever that is for you, when you have that connection and you are grounded and you are encompassed in that, it really starts to become this force that as you give out, you get back. You give out, you get back. I learned a long time ago, well, not too long ago, 5 years ago, 4 years ago, about money. And one of the things that I had to do different with money was to have it. That sounds really funny, but we went around using a checkbook and a credit card and a debit card, and we don't use credit, so I guess it's just a debit card, and I didn't pack very much cash. And I went through some training that taught me how important money was, and to have money and have them be my friends. And Kirk Duncan, he's here locally in Salt Lake, taught me about money friends and how I had to have this relationship with my money. And so now I pack my friends with me, and they are with me. But the thing is I have to give my friends away to get my friends back again. And at first it was kind of like, oh, I'll give a 5 or a 10 or a 20. Not a big deal. I can do without that. And yeah, it will come back, right? And now I watch for opportunities to hand that $100 bill out, to just be like, that's the one. And I go to my higher power and my universe, my source, to be influenced on who that is, where that belongs. And it's fun to see how long until it comes back. Sometimes it's the same day. I get something I wasn't expecting, a check, some money somebody owed me, and it comes right back. Sometimes it takes a little while, and then it's like the flow just comes for a few days straight. But I encourage you to compliment people. Find ways to serve. Find ways to give. Seek for good. Find the good things. Find the good, TV shows. Find the good things to enroll your children in. Find the good opportunities to serve. Seek for the good, and you will find ultimate happiness. It's there, and it's real, and it's for you and me, for all of us. So it's time for you to make a difference. It's time for you to seek good everywhere in all that you do and to change your life and to have ultimate joy. I want to invite you to go to my website. If you have not opted in on our website, there are a lot of things there for you. It's going to be the 7 traits. Right now it's the 6 traits. We're just completing the new package to put online. And get those traits. Also get 3 hours of free training. The website is www.allthingspossible.biz. Again, it's www.allthingspossible.biz. You can see it right here on the screen. And opt in. It will get you to have our newsletter that comes out once a week. And you'll be able to have the opportunity to have all of the free things, all of the tools, all the techniques, all the things that we're giving away. We want your life to be better. We want your life to be ultimate joy and to feel the power that you can have on a daily basis. We also do events and activities and group mentoring. So check out the website. There's opportunities there for you to get free training as well as to get advanced training and to get into a program where we can work one-on-one, or you can come to a group event. I'm excited to have you here with me. I love that you come back and enjoy other pieces that are here on our show. Watch for, we will be interviewing and having our interview here soon, and continue to come back and to check out our episodes here on All Things Possible TV. We are grateful to have you with us and on our team and with us moving forward and changing this world and having it be a better place. Thanks again for being here, and we'll see you next time on All Things Possible TV. Bye-bye.